Good evening and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting of Wednesday, March 6, 2024. At this time, I'm going to call upon everyone so that we can stand and pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd ask that you all remain standing for a moment of silence in honor of our soldiers, past and present. Thank you. And just a friendly reminder, if anyone's got their cell phones, if they could silence their cell phones or turn them off, however you please. So the first thing I'd like to do is make an announcement that our next regular scheduled meeting will be held in this building on Wednesday, March 13, 2024 at 6:00 p.m. We have a public hearing. We only have one hearing on for this evening. Given that council has requested a short continuance, if you will, or a second call, we're going to move on to the administrative portion of tonight's meeting. We have several matters that need to be reviewed. The first that we have is review and approval of administrative minutes on November 15, 2023. Gentlemen, are there any comments that you'd like to make with regard to the minutes of November 15, 2023?
I have nothing to add.
I have no comments, Mr. Chair.
I don't have any either, so I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the administrative minutes of November 15th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it. That's approved. Moving on to review and approval of minutes of November 15, 2023, use variance, case ZAV 23-6 for 481 Fawns Corner Road.
4718, is that, what is that?
ZAV 23-6.
23-6, yes, you are correct. I spit. Okay. 6.
And I don't appear to have that one here in my...
I have nothing to add to that.
This is Dabrowski. I have nothing, Mr. Chair.
Look. We're going to take a quick look. Bennett, no.
No.
Hold on. That's the one about the apartment building.
Yes.
I just got this here. Gentlemen, I don't have anything to add. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of November 15, 2023 for use variance ZAV 23-6.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next is review and approval of minutes of November 15, 2023 for variance case ZAV 23-9, and that's for 718 Dartmouth Street.
718, okay, I remember this one. Is that the, and you might call,
Have you seen
oh,
it?
yeah. Just 1 minute.
Any comments, gentlemen?
I have nothing to add.
Mr. Schuber?
I have nothing to add, Mr. Chair.
I'll entertain a motion, gentlemen.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 15, 2023 for variance case ZAV 23-9.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next is review and approval of minutes of November 15, 2023 for variance case ZAV 23-7 and special permit ZSP 23-3.
I have nothing to add, Mr. Chair, on this one.
Together, they're all in one.
Yes, I understand.
I have nothing to add to that as well.
I don't either. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 15, 2023 for variance case ZAV 23-7 and special case ZSP 23-3.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it.
Want to do the rest?
The next is review and approval of administrative minutes of November 29, 2023.
I have nothing to add to that.
I have nothing, Mr. Chair.
And neither do I.
I make a motion that we approve the administrative minutes dated November 29th, 2023 as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next is review and approval of review and approval of minutes of November 29, 2023, variance ZAV 23-7 for 610 State Road.
Didn't we do this 23-7?
We already did this.
No, this was continued to the 29th.
This was one,
Yep.
this is the one that's continued?
That's the variance, right?
Yeah, this was the variance, the 7.
This has, is that the setback? The other one was a variance and a special permit,
Yeah,
I
that one
believe.
went on because you opened it at the same time, so I put it all in one.
Yeah, we have it here, 23-7. One here. November 29th, here it is.
Yeah, but I thought we already approved this, but that's okay. Yeah.
No, they had,
This was the continuation of it? Was this the continuation of
Oh,
it?
okay, well, yeah,
Yes.
okay.
This case went on for a few times.
It did.
Yeah, and we got another one after that one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, so we're looking at minutes,
Yes.
okay, okay.
It went on for a bit.
Yeah, got it.
I have nothing.
I have
Nothing
nothing,
to
Mr.
change or add.
Nothing to add. I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 29th, 2023, of variance case ZAV-23-7 as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next is review and approval of minutes of November 29, 2023, special permit ZSP 23-3, and this is also for 610 State Road, same
Okay, I got
property.
it, because,
This is also the continued. This one's pretty straightforward.
I have nothing.
I have nothing to add. I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 29th, 2023 for special permit ZSP-23-3 as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it. And next is review and approval of minutes of November 29, 2023 for variance case 23-14, 59 Victoria Street.
Was that he withdrew without prejudice? I can't remember.
No?
Sing-
it was raising a house and building.
Yes.
Oh,
We
okay, yeah,
granted
yeah,
this
I
one.
remember
This is
this
one we
one.
granted.
Okay, yeah.
They
okay.
knocked one,
Yeah, yeah.
they raised
I
one.
got it, okay. Yeah, just.
I have nothing to add to this.
I have nothing to add, Mr. Chair.
Do I?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 29th, 2023 for variance case ZAV-23-14 as
Second.
written.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. All right. Now, circling back, I still do not see Attorney Bobrowski. However, we'll give him the courtesy of waiting another 5 or 10 minutes for him. So at this point, we'll go off the
recess.
record. Good evening, we're back on the record. Moving on to the public hearings portion of tonight's meeting. It is a request for a 2-year extension for application 24-1. The petitioner is First Dartmouth LLC. The owner is Jay Bovernick, and the representative is Attorney Mark Bobrowski. The subject property is 783 State Road, also known as map 163, lot 58, and it's located within the general business district. The request is for an extension, and due to COVID-19 in conjunction with deteriorating economic conditions since 2022, caused an excusable delay in obtaining permits. The petitioner is seeking a 2-year extension to commence construction of buildings under one or more building permits. So we also received a letter from petitioner's counsel, and it was dated February 13th of 2024, which I'm going to take the liberty of reading into the record. And it says, "Dear Chairman, as you know, I represent First Dartmouth LLC, the holder of the preserve at Dartmouth Comprehensive Permit. The approved permit was filed with the town clerk on March 11, 2021. Section H of the permit governs lapse. Section 8 reads as follows. Any comprehensive permit granted hereunder shall lapse 3 years from the date that it takes final effect, i.e. the date that it is filed with the town clerk, subject to tolling in the event of any appeal as provided in 760 CMR 56.05 subparagraph 12C, unless the comprehensive permit is duly recorded before the 3-year period lapses, and unless construction on the project has substantially commenced within such period. The permit has a slightly different lapse provision from that set forth in the regulations of the Housing Appeals Committee, and which reads 760 CMR 56.05 12C, lapse of permits. If construction authorized by a comprehensive permit has not begun within 3 years of the date on which the permit becomes final, except for good cause, the permit shall lapse. This time period shall be tolled for the time required to pursue or await the determination on any appeal, on any other state or federal permit or approval required for the project. The board or the committee may set a later date for lapse of the permit, and it may extend any such date. An extension may not be unreasonably denied or denied due to other projects built or approved in the interim. Extension of a permit shall not by itself constitute a substantial change pursuant to 760 CMR 56.07 subparagraph 4. In both local Section H and the rules of the HAC, the key inquiries are 1, whether construction has commenced, or in the alternative, 2, whether there is good cause to excuse such commencement. First Dartmouth LLC takes the position that commencement of construction has already occurred within the 3-year period. The permit holder has cleared the land, installed erosion control measures, excavated retention ponds, and demolished 3 buildings. However, in an abundance of caution, First Dartmouth LLC hereby requests a 2-year extension of time to March 11, 2026 to commence construction of buildings under one or more building permits. As grounds, therefore, First Dartmouth LLC asserts that COVID-19, in conjunction with deteriorating economic conditions since 2022, caused an excusable delay in obtaining such permits. Please consider this request at your meeting of March 6, 2024. If you have any questions, let me know, and it's signed Mr. Mark Bobrowski. Now, gentlemen, I can explain to you that typically, when we have requests for extensions, we are limited by statute on those extensions to 6 months. And those are the ones that normally come before us. However, this is a comprehensive permit. I think this is probably the second comprehensive, or maybe it's the first, but only 2 comprehensive permits have come before me, I believe, that I've been a part of. And obviously, there are rules that apply differently to this. We, upon receiving this, I had asked that we communicate with counsel that we had had for this throughout the hearing and throughout this process, who was, I believe, a Karis North, that's right. And she did send us an email, which I think has been presented, and she did indicate that that the ZBA is empowered to grant a reasonable extension. These are her words. We're not necessarily bound by this. She said she can confirm that ZBA is empowered to grant a reasonable extension, and 2 years would be on the outer limit of that, of that discretion. That's her opinion, her legal opinion to us. So I typically don't like to grant long period extensions, just because I always want to make sure that the property owner or the person that's seeking the request is actually making progress and moving forward and exercising their rights under it. However, I have driven by this several times. I don't know if you gentlemen have. The eyesore that was there has certainly been removed. If there was any plus, that certainly has been one. They've also, seems to me that there's been some significant earth removal. I can't attest one way or another as to whether or not there was actually some erosion control or not, but I'm sure that their council will establish further as to what they have done. They also said something about a detention pond, I think.
You wouldn't be allowed to start the construction anyways, or remove all demolition of buildings unless you have the erosion control in
Erosion
place.
control in place. Okay, so that makes sense.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
We're gonna finish.
Anyway, so, I don't know how the board feels, but if there's anything else council would like to add, I'm more than willing to hear from him.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Mark Bobrowski, my office is in Concord. Thank you for meeting tonight, and thank you for putting up with my late arrival. The comprehensive permit rules don't acknowledge any limited period of extension. I don't know of a single case in which applicants have gone to the Housing Appeals Committee for an extension where the Housing Appeals Committee hasn't granted it, but that's consistent with their mission, which is to provide for affordable housing. My first point in the letter was the major point. I think construction has commenced. Note that neither your lapse provision in the permit nor the state regulations talk about issuance of a building permit. That is a lapse provision in other contexts. But here, look at all the work they've done. You said you drove by. This has been going on for some time now. The building permit will be issued as soon as they have sewer infrastructure, water and sewer infrastructure in the ground, and they are poised to do that. It's just been a long exercise in futility in some ways for them to get to this point. So that, I'm sure that that will come soon enough.
I also think it may have been a condition in the granting of the comprehensive permit that certain things were needed to be done. I think my colleague here, Mr. Halim Schubert, brought that to my attention just earlier in the evening.
Yes. In fact, just within the last 30 days, Mr. Bavarnik made a $125,000 payment to the town early, as the permit mandated that it be made prior to the issuance of the building permit. And he went down in order to inspire them to get the sewer and the water permits in hand so that they could begin work on the premises. So I don't know that we even need to do this. I'm not going to play footsie with it, because you'll recall that when the project eligibility letter reached its second birthday, there was, out of the woodwork came some letter. We don't need to go into it, but I don't want that chance. So when Michelle told me that the next meeting was March 20th, perhaps, she said, as long as you get the letter in, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here this evening.
All right, gentlemen, do you need to hear anything else?
I don't. I'm satisfied that, I don't have a problem with the two-year extension.
Good. Given the magnitude, I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's a
scale of
huge
the project,
project,
and I think two years is reasonable.
Well, I'm sure we won't be back, because I'm sure a building permit will be issued shortly, but you don't know what's in this turbid election climate. You don't know what happens next, so.
Well, given that it is a public hearing, I don't know whether or not there is a requirement to take any type of testimony from anybody, but I'm just going to, in abundance of caution myself, if there's anyone here in the audience who has any reasoning or anything that they would like to raise to our attention as to why we should not grant an extension to this permit, I'd ask you to come forward. There's no one in objection. So gentlemen, I guess at this point, there's someone that wants to speak.
I'd like to make a statement on why you should grant it.
Okay, sure. I did,
Manuel Soers.
yes.
I'm one of the owners of the project, and I'm a site work contractor, okay? And I believe, so we're here because of the special permit expiring.
Well, it's a comprehensive.
Comprehensive
Yes,
permit.
the comprehensive permit expiring, which we've been moving forward since, we had all our permits to move forward with the site work project January after the April appeal period had expired. And we obtained 2 cease and desists from the building department during that period in time. We've been attempting to get the sewer and water permits to access utilities for the site for 2 years. We purchased $100,000 worth of water pipe, and we've been denied the permit by the DPW. So in any period of time that you look to give me an extension in time. I'd just like to put the record that the delay on the project has not been me or my partners. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. All right, gentlemen.
May I address that, Mr. Chairman?
Sure.
Yeah, I spoke with Karis today, and she understands there's some frustration, but we have, in our usual manner, agreed that we will work with the DPW in order to resolve this and to resolve it promptly. So we have other remedies, but we're not taking them right now. Just so you know, there is conversation ongoing, and I'm confident that we're going to work it out, as we usually do, so.
Well, good luck. All right, gentlemen, is there anything else that you think we need to learn or know about this before we make a decision?
No?
No.
I think we're good.
Entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we grant the request for the 2-year extension for the, for application 24-1, First Dartmouth LLC, 783 State Road.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it. You're all set. All right, gentlemen, is there any other business that you think we need to discuss this evening?
No.
No, and I'm going to dinner.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. The ayes